Nico wil ook niet beginnen, hoor. Hij is ook wel
Hello, welcome
leuk.
back to Jazzgrass.
Ah, you motherfucker.
Nico also wanted to say hi, but
Oh, man.
I don't encourage bad
You're gonna
behavior.
mouth at me, little guy? Hey, careful with my drink. Don't throw it
Let's see,
over.
how
It's
am
on
I
a
doing?
precarious spot, okay?
How
So
late
speed.
is it?
Careful.
Alright,
Alright.
I'm
Hello.
fast about
Yes,
it.
welcome back. Jazzgrass Gaming, Brian,
What is
Dennis.
it? It's a Monday.
I'm
not too thirsty. I need to piss a little. Maybe shit.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I got beer. Nice. Maybe
All right, yeah. So last last episode was cut short because I found out that my boss forgot to notify me about putting me on a schedule,
Yeah.
so I had to work. So I went to work, and it was
Don't
fine.
phone and drive, you'll crash your truck.
And the trush crashed.
The truck crashed.
And
It is what it is.
we were like, ah, fuck it, reroll. You know, we re-roll it. So we're redoing past episode. You know how it is. We suck the neighbors' poopies. Go to the town. Let's check if anybody else wants their poopy suckums. And then we will. Well, we can't dump it at the municipality because he's probably closed. So we'll just we'll see what we'll do.
I got food with me.
We got us some food. And we can sleep on the back seat of this truck, so it should be fine.
Yep,
It should be fine to skip the night. We got plenty of fatigue going on.
Oh yeah, we do. Hey, we woke up at like fucking...
I wasn't paying attention. Ground my fucking weed too tight. That's too tight too much. Oh well. Powdery weed still smokes.
Why can't
Still makes you high.
Q out. Oh well.
And there's some strong weed, so it could do with a little, you know, blower and some potency. So I still want to be able to actually talk instead of just melting into this couch. So I've been guiding an intern at work. And it's a lot of fun. Basically teaching him the ropes.
This is fucking...
How to respond to tickets. How to approach certain problems.
Deal with stress.
How to manipulate your coworkers. Stuff like that. Social engineering, essentially. It's important.
Oh, now I can. It has to be fully fucking... flipped out.
What?
Yeah, the window.
Oh, yeah. It is a little
out.
particular about it, I noticed, yeah. That's why I always over-scroll. I just keep scrolling even after it's like in there, just to be sure. Oh, man.
Come on.
This is... You... What? Wait, where are you going anyway? I forgot.
Well, I thought it might be easier to just back up.
And it turned out...
That this whole place is a fucking mess!
No, come on.
Who parked their car there?
What do you mean? What? Who? What? Which car?
The old junker.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Why is everything... I hate Finland. Why does
Yeah.
everything has to be sloped?
Why does everything need a ditch? I feel like that's a design decision specifically to fuck people over. Like, no,
Right?
stay on the road. I know I'm gonna fuck you over.
Yeah, no fun allowed in Finland.
I once saw a Steam review where they referred to it as developer says no.
Yeah, and I believe that they are right.
It's like, you know, I used to be able to just drive through the fields and stuff
Have
like that.
fun.
Yeah. Ow, why is the fuck, what the hell happened to my shoulder? Damn, my shoulder got stuck.
Oh damn.
Horrible.
Welcome to getting old.
Man, so the other day I was riding a bike between the locations. I'm at work,
Yeah.
my IT work, not my liquor work, with my IT work. And I was riding my bike, it was nice and sunny. And I was driving through like the park. And I was like, man, you know what? Driving a bike, it's pretty good actually.
It's not the worst.
It's pretty good when you get nice weather going. The wind isn't fully in your face. You're just hanging out on the bike. I don't know. I like it. It's
Wow.
pretty chill.
That was the softest little tap.
Going through my favorite. What?
Oh, I broke the window.
You idiot.
I love tapped it, dude. I kissed it.
Well, yeah, well, Unity engine physics aren't exactly consistent.
That is true.
Um,
I do know about this qualms. Alright. Hello? Thank you. Should be close enough.
Alright, hold on.
Could get closer.
Okay. Yeah, I need this microphone to be a little bit more out of the way.
Yeah, it's difficult.
You'll be able to hear me a little less well, but at the
Still
very
well
least,
enough.
I'm able to roll this joint successfully.
Get in here.
There you go. I'd like to roll them nice and thin and long.
You like some
yeah,
Italian style.
Just like my sweetness.
Swingish. Alright, let's prop her in. Still back her up a little bit. Let's see. Rear axle lift, differential lock, hydraulic pump. Alright, it's sucking. That's nice. Oh wait, I didn't put the handbrake on.
There we go. Alright. Hello, we're back. So,
That's perfect.
I was gaming with Damien the other day. And and I was like, man, I could do with some sweet tunes in the background. So I started putting in some music, and I just put in some jazz music, some like some old stuff, like, you know, what's his name, David Brubeck,
Seth
you know,
Baker?
Chet Baker,
John Johnson?
Kenny G, a little bit of Moonin, a little bit this and that, and Damien was like, "Hey man, that's fucking awesome. You also like this kind of jazz." He was surprised because
Who
you know,
doesn't love the old classics?
well, I mean, from his perspective, I'm usually like a metalhead. I do listen to hip hop as well, and like techno music, but that's all pretty like aggressive type of music. Aggressive styles, you know, more heavier stuff. So, you know, so he was a bit surprised, and we had a little bonding moment. And then we were like, man, we should... And then Damien was like, well, you know what we should fucking do, dude? We should have like a jazz night where we just hang out,
Smoke
cigars. You know, we get a nice whiskey going, and we just hang out.
All wear berets.
Like, we just don't talk at all. Because that's what we were doing before we started discussing jazz club.
Yeah.
So now we've got our own little jazz club. We come together almost never. So
Once a month.
Once in a blue moon.
Maybe every 3 other months.
Yeah.
Thanks for the money, bro.
Biannually.
Like real friends do.
And then, yeah, and we just sit around in silence, listening to jazz, smoking a cigar, and drinking some whisker.
Good old whisker.
So we also invited Dennis, and we started putting together a collaborative playlist on YouTube, because you can add your friends to like playlists, and they can add stuff to that playlist then too. And so we were adding a whole bunch of like dark jazz and noir jazz type of vibe, type of music, and in comes Dennis with the subtlety of a spiky brick.
I was really hoping you guys not to check the list, you know.
Fair enough.
I don't know where Biggie Smalls started playing.
The thing is, I was really curious what taste in jazz you had.
Well, the thing is,
I was disappointed.
I like the more R&B jazz. I like that's my kind of jazz.
Yeah, fair enough.
The little more
Dennis added Biggie Smalls. What's the title against the one where the one with the lyric?
I don't want to live no more.
I don't want to live no more.
Yeah. When you had a hard day of work.
You know, he added that, and Damien and I, we were talking to Discord. We were laughing up a storm about it.
I thought you guys would have a nice laugh about it.
Damien was like, I don't think Dennis understood the assignment, bro.
No, I did. I just imagined us smoking cigars and drinking whiskey to it.
Oh, man.
I did ask him a couple of good ones that came through my playlist while I was driving at work.
Yeah, I saw.
Don't worry.
There were-
I'm not on my phone while I'm
But
driving.
I haven't checked them all, but some that you added were like really good. So
Yeah. I put some
fucking
good,
Damien
good
though,
ones in.
like okay, so I added one song from a Dutch jazz musician, and it's like this jazz and smart lop vibe,
Yeah.
right? And Damien shat on it, cause he's like it's like he thought it sounded too much like Balkan folk to take it seriously as a jazz song. For the people curious at home, it was the song Bruto Tempo by Jasper van het Hof. And I quite like that song. But there's an accordion bit in there that I do cringe at. That I'm like, yeah, that they weren't cooking with that. It wasn't. So, you know, I'll give him that. But the rest of the song, fucking killer. But yeah, they even hated that song. But we still kept it added to the list because, you know, fuck. So if there's any songs where you're like, I won't compromise, this is staying, then that's fine.
Well, I was
Just,
listening to
give me a heads
that technically country song, but it was more jazz and a little bit of bluesy, I guess, than
Yeah.
country. And I was like, well, this is pretty chill. It's pretty good. Guess it doesn't have enough clarinet.
I mean, a considerable amount of songs in that playlist are by the artist Dr. Sax Love, so that should tell you, and Chet Baker and Kenny G.
Old trumpeters.
Actually, we should add Kenny G's Going Home song to the very at the end of the playlist, because in China, if a store or a mall or something is closing, they tend to play Kenny G's Going Home. And when Kenny G went to Beijing to do like fucking one of them concerts, he played Going Home halfway through his set and the audience started leaving.
Yeah, I heard about that. Bunch of idiots.
Okay, hilarious. Oh, I mean, I think it's silly from Kenny G to play a song called Going Home in the middle of your set. Like, come on, you're just confused. Even I would be confused.
Well, okay, it's kind of fun if you do that in a halfway. It's like, oh, we'll be right back after the break. But then still. Are you gonna do it, Nico? Nico is like eyeing up, trying to jump on the computer.
Yeah, he wants to sleep on the booze closet. Don't worry, people. The window's open.
But he's not. He's
like
not
this room is pretty well ventilated because we got a good draft going because of all the winds where I live, and because it's quite a windy place.
Come on, Nico. Nayla can do it. You can do it. Just jump.
The cats can just hang out in the room while I smoke. It's a safe.
Yep. Come on, Nico. You got
it.
He's very shy about it.
The middle of winter is always awkward. Because I want to smoke, but then I'm always getting cold, so I'm just sat here with like.
Yeah, you did it! You cute little boy.
Alright. Alright, now for the second jump. The second jump is roughly the same height. Now that I'm looking at it.
It's vertically higher, I guess?
Yeah, it's a slightly higher jump.
It's a less horizontal jump.
Yeah. Steeper and slightly. Damn, go to the other lane, red car. What are you doing?
Right?
Damn.
Right? He's like, no, I gotta make sure he's not in my rear view mirror. Like, I was considering flashing my high beams at him. Like,
down the horizon for him now. So yeah, now Nico is just gonna sleep on my booze closet until about, I want to say 9 p.m. And then he wakes up and wreaks havoc. Actually, he might wake up at 10 because he didn't sleep a lot in the afternoon. He spent a lot of time playing.
It does look a little eepy.
So now he's just giving us the squinty eyes. He's kneading his little feet. He's a little. Yeah, there he goes.
It's problematic. Should have brought a packy with me.
What? No ciggies?
No.
Dun dun dun.
Time to swear! God fucking damn it! Shit! Fucking forgot my ciggies!
Fuck. Also, I think I may have tweaked the audio because I was recording with Damien and I yet again didn't fucking put it back. I don't know how loud. I don't think it's gonna be that loud. I don't think it's gonna be that loud at all. It should be fine.
Maybe I should put my. Oh, I have my seatbelt.
I thought you were gonna open the door mid-drive for some reason.
I've seen weirder things happen.
True. I once did that when I was like 4. So the car was this is all I remember from this scenario. The car was completely filled to the brim. We were riding in my uncle's car at the time, which was like this white station wagon. I think like an old Volvo or Ford or something.
Oh, nice.
And it was completely full because my uncle was in the driver's seat, my dad was in the passenger seat, my mom was in the back seat, my sister was in the back seat, my niece was in the back seat, my aunt was in the back seat, and I was in the back seat.
You were a family of clowns.
And so I was on my mom's lap, and I just opened the fucking door on the highway.
Trying to fan some of your family friends out. Man, the amount of times I'm driving and I'm like, man, I just kind of want to jump out of the car right now.
Do that
These
GTA
fucking
San
idiots.
Andreas maneuver where you do the roll, and
Yeah.
in real life you'd fucking die, bro.
I mean, I did the other day.
Crayon.
I dropped a coworker off at his home because we drove past it in the work van.
Yeah.
And I did just kind of slowly get to a roll at a roundabout, and he just jumped out.
Oh wait, what?
I mean, he really had the shit. He felt it in his balls.
Oh, I mean, fair enough. I mean,
And he didn't
fair
even
enough.
know other people felt that. And I opened the world for him.
Yeah.
He was like, man, I really got a shit. I was like, you got a shit so bad, you feel it in your balls? And he was like, wait, I'm not the only one. I was like, nah, dude, it's just perfectly fine. I was like, I thought I was a weird dude.
No.
I thought there was something wrong with me. I was like, nah, you can cancel that fucking appointment, dude.
You can't cancel that doctor's appointment.
Unless you really want to get your booty hole fingered.
Yeah, you don't need to feel those knuckles. If you're just fine. Hey, can you hand me one of the lighters?
Yeah, you can have mine.
Oh, thanks, dude. Oh, it's a
Sure.
fancy looking lighter, actually.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm at a gas station. I'm like, ooh, I like this lighter. It's
I like the
nice.
design.
Dios las muertas. Or something like that. I'm not.
Drinks one bottle of tequila, thinks he's Mexican. Whitest man I know.
Call me Emmanuel.
Call me Emmanuel. Hola, call me Jose Manuel Rodriguez.
Miranda
So,
Casanto
I'm-
Zapanta Shitanta.
Even though I'm Dutch, I can't roll the R. Can't do it. We use a rolled R in the Netherlands too, but I don't know how to. I can't.
He doesn't have the throat for it.
The only way because the only way I really roll my R's is by sort of, it's almost like a gargling thing.
Yeah.
It's just not. I can't do it. I'm always jealous of people that can.
Which is strange because you got that tongue game going on, you know. Hey,
Hell yeah.
Thank God, Timo.
You
you're
would
open.
know.
I need this right now. You wouldn't believe.
Why do you put it up? You wasteful bugger.
Brian, global warming was but a myth.
True.
then.
The oil industry had an iron grip on people's minds.
I'm not even that hungry.
We've been doing it since the
Just gotta
70s.
piss and I gotta sleep and I'm really dirty.
Thank you for your business cooperation. Why did he turn Indian? I was trying to go for a finish, and then immediately halfway through the first
Brian.
word, I was like, "Fuck it, we're Indian now."
Thank you. Come again.
Like
Enjoy your cigarette.
I heard the first letter come out of my mouth. I was like, "Nah, this ain't working out."
What
Back to
are
the-
you doing?
back
Why
to
are
the
you
old
peeing on
classics.
my store?
You know, the Indian accent is like an all reliable. When the
It's
when the
very
accent you're
easy.
trying doesn't work out, you can always transition into Indian.
I guess Indian is a great way to learn to roll your R's.
I,
What are you doing?
I told my intern to always be respectful to the nation of India, lest they put you on a blacklist. Imagine that. You try to Google a problem, right?
Yeah.
And you get onto a YouTube video, and it's an Indian dude who was kind enough to take some of his own free time and to teach us how to solve a very obscure problem that is very difficult to find a solution for, right? And you get auto banned from it because you trashed India. Bro, if that was possible, you'd be fucked.
I'd be fucked.
Your career would be over.
Mate, me personally, I would not be allowed to watch those videos.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but you're a massive racist.
Well, yeah. I mean, Indians and I don't match. It's just, I don't know. Their attitude doesn't match with my attitude.
Well, that's just because the only experience you have is as a customer servicing employee, but not as like just a dude.
Yeah.
I've been friends with plenty of Indians throughout my life because I lived off, I moved around a lot as a kid, so I met a lot of different people, had a lot of different friends.
That's
why,
true.
that's why I have a very easy time.
Look,
making
I'm not
friends, but
saying all
it's-
Indians
yeah,
are
I mean-
horrible, but in general,
as customers.
as customers, but also just, I don't know.
Any more nuances
when
we can add?
Even when I'm like, I'm not a service worker anymore. When I'm just in a store, I just, or on the street, they don't go, like, they're just so stubborn. They're just so stubborn. And they always kind of look at me like funny. It's like I'm a lower class than them. Like I'm in the wrong caste. And I'm like, no.
You've been running into the doctors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't want to run into them. You want to run into the average Joes.
Yeah, but I tend to not walk in on them for some fucking reason. Because the only Indians I see these days as well are the ones that just bought a house in the Netherlands and they got mullah. Or whatever they got rupee, I mean.
I don't know. Oh, wow. No, I mean, we got several Indian families in this village. I know because they visit the store. But no, as customers, I always say like Indian people are too thirsty for knowledge because they'll ask very in-depth questions about your products. They want to, and they're also they're very critical. They want to make sure
it feels like they're testing you.
Well, that is what it feels like, but in reality, they're just trying to get a good product, and they want to make sure that they have a good product, and they want to be able to say something about the product, especially if they're getting something like a whiskey.
Gift, yeah.
They want to be able to say, give a little backstory to the whiskey. So Indian people are often, they ask more in-depth questions. So that can annoy me. Because sometimes I'm like, okay, you're asking too many questions.
I don't care, bro.
I don't get paid that much. I'm not like a sommelier. All right, come on now.
I'm beyond my limit of caring.
But no. So what I'm trying to say is, I promise you, we're not racist. Dennis didn't mean what you think it meant.
Look, I don't want to eradicate them or something.
No,
it's
but
just...
like, can you say something less generalizing? Like, is there any way
It's
you can
difficult
add
to not
nuance?
generalize when there's a billion of them.
Wow. That just means that there's more varied groups within them, isn't it? Well,
You'd think.
the people up north are nothing like the people down south here in the Netherlands.
That is true. I like
And
them up north way better.
Yeah, and guess what?
God damn it, that sounded racist again. Towards my own folk.
Oh, well, you can't help it. You're Frisian. Everything that's outside of like the Frisian borders is weird to you.
Well, I gotta say, people up north drive way more socially than the people like down south. It's ridiculous.
Pretty sure like the last king of Frisia refused to get baptized at the last second because the bishop told him that no, his ancestors would not retroactively get to enter paradise. So he's like, I'd rather rot in hell with them than join heaven with you.
I agree with that statement.
And I was like, that's baller. It was probably on someone's t-shirt.
Hell yeah. Some fat.
I think his name was
bloke.
Redbot.
So something like that.
Uh,
Trust me, Brian. I only know Grutte Pier. But that's because I see him every evening in my pants.
I mean, his name literally is Big Worm.
Yep. He had the biggest of them all.
What a name!
I wonder how much Debiesel do I have?
So you're playing Geoguessr earlier. Dennis, yeah, he's very prideful of his Frisian ancestry. He's always going on about like, how the Frisians invented Berenburg and
fun.
And what?
And fun.
Fun.
Yeah, we invented fun.
Yeah?
No.
What is there to do?
Nothing. That's why we invented fun.
Yeah, but that would still imply there's something to do. Oh, why are you doing this instead of going to the poopy dump spot? Because it closes early.
It was already closed when I was here,
Oh,
Brian.
damn, that sucks.
I didn't even have to look at my watch. I saw it by the.
So it's already like almost evening then, right?
Yeah, it's 6.
Oh, okay.
5.
Well, that's good. That's good. We don't have to wait too long before we can go to sleep. Actually, we can hit up the pub
Yeah.
in a couple of hours, which is like
Couple of minutes. Damn, we really got a lot of shit with us.
dude, it's full. Like look at that gauge. It is full.
We're big up.
There's not a single.
I can
load
drop
that we
one
can-
deuce in there and we'd be full.
Oh yeah. It's like, yeah, I could fit one more deuce in there. You just start cramming and and there's like the whole thing just explodes.
It ruptures.
Yeah. It's like it cannot contain load. The whole fucking town gets splattered.
You gotta.
One particularly hard turd breaks through Timo's window.
It's basically a blue screen of death, but then brown.
No,
got a memory issue.
The brown.
Too much memory rammed into there.
Yeah.
You got outrammed.
Oh, I'm such a popular guy. Oh, I'm getting emails. Why are you emailing me at this late at night?
That's ridiculous.
Get a life. You have a child. Go hang out with your kid.
Nah, you know what my favorite
Be
thing
a parent.
is? When I get my planning for the next day, and they send it at like 8 in the evening, and I have to start the next day at like 5:30. It's like, thanks, dude. I gotta go to bed now.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Timo.
Oh,
That's
man.
real cheap. Man, I am so stinky. I can see the fucking flies just whizzing around.
Dude, the other day, I was at work and I was there until like 7:30. But when I was there and it was only just like the start of the evening, I was hanging out. I was like, man, normally I'd be at home right now. I wonder if the boys are online. And I figured maybe Damien, maybe Duke would be online, something like that, right? And I go to check, and fucking Damien and Dennis, a combo that you normally never see, are hanging out on Discord.
It was like
And
that
I
was
just-
Wednesday.
And I just felt like Squidward looking through the window while
While
Patrick
Patrick
and
and
SpongeBob are
SpongeBob
running amok outside.
Blowing bubbles.
Yeah, having the time of their life, and I'm just inside like.
I was done at 2.
It was a rainy day too, man.
Dude, I was done at 2. There was the
Yeah.
day I was in Finsterwolde.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I drove like 460
it's the
kilometers.
big drive day, right?
yeah.
And then you went home and played Farming Sim.
Yeah, because I was done at 2. So I arrived at work. I went upstairs to give them my like the papers of like the deliveries and shit. And one of the ladies like she took it from me. And she looked at me and I looked inside the room of the planners and everybody was on the phone. And she said, "If I were you, I'd run." And I literally booked it. I ran. I was like, "Oh shit! I gotta fucking turn off my computer in the fan to make sure that they can't put anything extra in it."
Oh, right,
Clock out. It's like, "Lou, get the fuck out of here!"
We got to run.
It was like, "Why?" It was like, "Oh, everybody's on the phone." I was like, "Oh shit." Hey Dennis, can you do a kitchen delivery in Wijk bij Duurstede or something? I was like, "Nah, fam, I'm already in my own car."
Fucking Wijk met Duurstede ook. Oh my god, bro. That is so out of the way for you as well.
Whenever I have to go to Bergen op Zoom, because everybody in the Netherlands is kind of a saying, it's like, oh, it's all the way in Bergen op Zoom. Or Lutjebroek, which is an actual fucking place.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Whenever I go past those places, I'm like, God damn, I really do go everywhere.
Because I always use Lutjebroek as the town to mention when I'm talking specifically about buttfuck nowhere towns. You know, the flyover state type of towns. The fucking.
I guess you'd call them the A7 states here.
Yeah.
Or the A30 states.
Because it's, yeah. I mean, you know, in America, you got those states nobody goes to. Fucking, who hangs out in Wyoming?
In Wichita.
I'm going to Wisconsin. I'm going, like, who goes?
Ohio. Whoa,
Yeah,
you got no
yeah.
riz, bro.
I'm going
I
by
should get that.
Kansas.
Kansas.
What the fuck is in Kansas?
No, nobody's exes live in Kansas. They all live in Texas.
I'm gonna go to Nebraska.
Oh, you know our favorite thing about...
Isn't that a city?
What?
Nebraska? Or is
Nebraska,
that like a
that's-
state?
no,
it's
that's
just a
Canada.
city, isn't it? That's not as Canada.
Nah, Nebraska. No, wait, that's Alaska. It's in Alaska, I think. It's
Nebraska ain't in Alaska.
Where's Nebraska then, Brian?
I think Nebraska is...
You don't even know if it's a state or a city.
I'm gonna make a bold statement. I'm gonna put a guess down and say it's in Nebraska. You know what? That sounds kind of rednecky. I live in Nebraska. I'm gonna say Oklahoma.
Nah, I think Nebraska is a city in Alaska.
All right. Well,
Or like a
it is a state.
It is a state.
It is one of those flyover states. Like, who goes to fucking Iowa? Or, like, Missouri?
Only people in misery.
Jeez. And what else? Other
Missouri.
shit states do they have? Sorry, dude. Sorry, America. I'm just... Utah?
You know what I always have? When I'm driving through Drenthe.
Who the fuck lives in California anyway? Sorry, what?
When I'm driving through Drenthe.
Yeah.
All the town like names, they change to Orcish.
They do. They do. They have a
I
really
live in
weird name. Like,
I live in Brunskrum.
don't they? Yeah, it is like that. It is. Well, I mean,
Ik woon in Rots.
they got like,
Horrible.
oh, they got some weird naming conventions, dude. It is weird. It is weird. Kentucky?
Kentucky.
I guess they do fried chicken there.
And they do
Indiana, now
They do
that's a
whiskey?
flyover state. Nobody goes to fucking...
Indiana. Is that where Indianapolis is?
Let me just check.
That would make too much sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. You're right. No, you're right. You're right. And when you're right, you are also
tend to be
wrong
right.
because of the death of the truth.
Bastard.
Oh, Montana, that's a state that exists. Idaho, Oregon. Man, America is huge, bro.
It's
It's so
a-
big, man. It is
My
ridiculous.
grandpa once described it as a third world country because like 90% of like America is just dirt roads.
Well, I mean, how else are you going to...
Right?
There's not enough asphalt in the world to
No.
cover this shit, bro. There's so much. Oh, man. You know what I'll say, though? I am jealous of America's, like, big old national parks and stuff.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, it would be fun to, like, visit one sometime. Because, yeah, there's not a lot of cool nature where I live. It's all farmland. It's all farmland.
Yeah.
You're either on a dike or you're on a farm.
Or you're in a swamp.
Yeah, or you're in a swamp.
That's all of it.
Or
You know
like
what
a
is
peat
an-
bog.
Yeah. You know, I gotta say,
Yeah.
if you go to Arnhem,
Yeah.
and shit, like a little more to the east,
Yeah.
actually quite nice country there. Yeah. It doesn't look like the Netherlands.
Really?
It's more hilly. They actually have hills.
Wait, where did you say? Because I wasn't.
Arnhem.
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 Oh, that's a little bit south. I fought it for like proper hill, like
Well,
because
but-
I have been in Limburg one time,
Yeah, but that's all the way south.
and I
No,
felt like a world traveler because I
Yeah.
saw like proper hills.
Yeah. No,
I was like, holy shit,
around
that's a
Arnhem, You
hill.
also have that because it's like very much towards the east.
Mm-hmm.
It's towards Eindhoven.
Oh,
Eindhoven,
right,
gekste.
right.
Fucking assholes in Eindhoven, dude. They are not social drivers.
The other day I was listening to some real Dutch classics, among which... Oh, Den Haag. Mooie stad, achter de dennen.
Ik kan wel huilen. Want het gaat helemaal niet goed.
But yeah,
Ah.
no, I've been to Limburg, and honestly, it is trippy when you aren't used to hills.
Yeah.
To suddenly see this really like deep valley in front of you. Because I was sitting at this restaurant. You know, Damien, Duke, and we went to the free country point, where the Netherlands, Belgium, and Germany collide. You know, we went there and we were like very underwhelmed. It's like, yep, here we are. Now I'm in Belgium, now I'm in Germany, now I'm in the Netherlands.
You didn't piss in a circle? That's what I would do.
Well, I couldn't because it was crowded by an old folks home that had gone on a little day trip or something.
Well, fuck them.
And there was like this big platform that you could go on, but you could only go with an elevator. And the wait was looking really long because it was all a bunch of old people. So you were like, let's just hang out at that restaurant. Let's drive over to Germany, go to Kaufland and buy some booze.
Yep.
And that's exactly what we did. But at the restaurant, you had this view over on the valley. And let me tell you, I looked out that window. We had a perfect view. And I just thought to myself, like, man, that looks weird. Like it looked weird to my mind. It was like, why does that like the other hill across from here? It just looks unnatural.
I have that when we were driving through southern France as well. When you're not sure if you're looking at like the tops of mountains or if it's just clouds.
Yo, yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Because when I'm driving, like especially in the mornings
Mhm.
for work, and I'm going towards the north where it's like flat,
yeah.
it's like, damn, these clouds look like mountains.
Yeah, I can kind of see what
And
you
then when
mean.
you're somewhere
But
where
I
they
think
actually
it's
have
just-
mountains, it's like it's the depth perception that's all fucked.
Yeah, I guess so. I
We're
don't
not
know. I
used to
never
it.
really have that myself. I'm just not really used to seeing anything. Because okay, here's the thing, right? So you have people that travel a lot. You have people that almost never travel. I almost never travel, right? I'm a hardworking guy who still ends up with not a lot of money.
Yeah.
So I don't go traveling, right? The other day, okay, I was in my IT office. One of the kids dropped by he was like, yeah, just a little update by my laptop. Everything works fine now, whatever. He's like, how was your vacay? How's your summer been? I was like, good summer, pretty chill. How about you guys? One of them went, yeah, I went to visit some family in Morocco, and the other one went like, yeah. So we went to we went to Croatia, then we went to Germany, and then we went to Denmark, and then we went to southern France.
Somebody is a privileged little shit.
And me and the other kid, we were like, whoa, dude, your parents are
Damn.
loaded.
You got money.
I was like,
Where do you
damn,
live?"
son, damn.
When are you going on vacation again?
The other kid was like, they adopted? Oh, man.
That's
But
hilarious.
yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it's because I haven't traveled a lot. That I'm not used to anything that isn't flat. Because
Yep.
if it's not flat, I'm actually, I genuinely feel like a tourist. I genuinely
Like what?
feel that rush of being in a foreign place,
So
which is weird because I was just in the Netherlands. I was just in fucking Limburg.
Limburg.
But yeah, it looked completely different from what it looks like over here. Because here, an incline of more than 2 meters is considered a hill.
You know what? I will say my favorite places to drive in the Netherlands are probably Drenthe and Overijssel.
Overijssel's pretty.
Because
It's got a lot of pretty nature.
yeah, it's like a perfect mix between farmland and forest.
Yeah, exactly. I also
God damn
like Gelderland.
Gelderland's also pretty nice.
You know, because I do like the Veluwe. I have a soft
Yeah.
spot for the Veluwe.
Yep.
I kind of wish I was one of I was like.
But the thing
I,
that
I wish
sucks-
you know what sucks that the only thing that sucks with Gelderland is that I'm not from it, so I can't proclaim to have badass primitive, you know, lineage going on of like
Yeah.
one of the tribes along the Rhine. You know, just
You know what I have?
I
with
haven't been going
Gelderland?
around raising cities.
The worst
fighting
thing
the
about
Romans
it
and
is
winning.
when you're driving through it, whenever you're on the highway, you're always stuck in between 2 rows of trees and a meadow. But it's like a dike on both sides, so you don't really see much of the countryside.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's still a chill drive, but yeah. I just don't like driving in the places that are
Have you
there.
driven down the offside dike yet?
No,
The closing
no.
dike?
No, if that day comes, that's gonna be the day that I quit, probably.
Really? You don't like it?
Mate, imagine. Okay, so
It's such a pretty drive, though.
it's a pretty drive. I agree. The problem is, Brian,
Traffic?
you start at probably 4:30 in the morning. In that case, you probably have to go to North Holland first for like 2 kitchens. Then you gotta drive to fucking Den Helder for a kitchen, and then you gotta drive all the way to fucking I don't know, somewhere up in Friesia. And then you have to go all the way back another 2.5 hour drive. Like that's gonna be a bad day. That's one of those days where you spend like 10 hours driving.
Oh, that does sound like it will be very.
And then
very
like
sucky.
probably maybe out of everything you do 2.5 hours of actual work. So you got a 12-hour day.
What if you make like a day trip of it with your own car? Just you know, you make a goal like, oh, let's go fucking do the
Oh,
offside.
dude, in my own car.
And then you know you could like let's say like you go to a camping spot on like in Friesia or something.
Mate,
you
in that
take
case,
a
what-
detour across
what
the
I do-
offside deck.
Because you can easily do that in one day. I'd go through Flevoland, and then you go take the dike that connects Lelystad to
what's it called? I think I know what you're talking about.
ja, niet IJmuiden, maar near Hoorn. And
Fuck, what is it called over there, man?
I don't care.
Fuck, no, iets met Burg. No, yeah. Hold on.
Where's my phone?
No.
No, it's
Someone A.
it's horrible because I've been there like a billion times.
It's like a religious hellhole.
Yeah, it basically is. Why am I in Groningen? Where is it? Oh, Enkhuizen. Thank you, Brian.
Oh.
And then from Enkhuizen you go to Den Helder and then you take the
I was
Afsluitdijk.
completely wrong.
And then you go back and then you go over that little dike that connects Urk and Lelystad.
Oh.
You know?
You go. Oh, so that. Oh,
Yeah, you go all the way.
Oh, so
way
that's
around
what you meant when you
IJsselmeer.
said like I pass by Urk a lot. Oh,
Yeah, because
that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay.
yeah,
Fair
because
enough.
Flevoland is connected in like 3 places.
I think our viewers would find this conversation very boring.
Well, fuck you. Learn Dutch topography. Good night. See you guys next time on Jazzgrass Gaming. Bye.
Bye.